Yeah, just wait till it's 401.
all right. So for the first time ever, because Tyr totally didn't forget to unmute. What's up? My name is Tyr Noir, and I am the Silverhead Wolf from MEEM, here to bring you another episode of Mirror Quest, the only TTRPG series where you can see your wife and his bando living out their lives in an anime world, doing anime things, possibly maybe making it out alive. I'm joined today totally for the first time by the one, the only Tempo.
Hey, first time meeting, first time talking. Yo, how are you, bro?
Yeah, nice.
You want me to run the full intro again?
What do you mean again? This is your first time doing the intro.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you want me to do my intro?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, what's up? My name is Tempo Malma, Demon Lord VTuber that specializes in Riot games, hitting Master Tier in League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, and also Legends of Runeterra. I like to play other games as well, like IDV, Dead by Daylight, dabble in Variety, Hades 2 recently, and I'm also a big advocate of D&D. I haven't really played a lot of D&D adjacent campaigns, so I'm excited to see what Tyr has cooked up for me today in Shadows of the Demon Lord. Mirror Quest, Part 1.
Part 1, dude.
For me, yeah.
For anybody who doesn't know as well, Tempo here is going to be part of the Echo campaign. Mirror Quest has many different routes with many different players because apparently I have a masochistic streak. But the Echo is going to be a lot more gritty. It's gonna have a lot more like story,
dark themes.
Yeah, you guys are like, it's bad when like Hikaru had the happiest story and it literally started off with him almost being lynched.
Oh god. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see what you've cooked up for me then.
Awesome. And I'm gonna just very quickly, because I think you've shown your people D&D before, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'll give a very, very brief. Shadow of the Demon Lord is just like D&D, but with a more emphasis on roleplay and less on just pure game mechanics. So you can do a lot more, but there's also a lot more consequence as a result, if that makes sense. But yeah, you ready to jump straight in?
I'm ready.
All right, setting a marker. All right, editor, that's me. Cut here. Cool. So, do you see the map right now? I'm gonna pull you over. Boom.
Yeah, I'm seeing, waiting for the adventure to begin. Oh,
perfect.
Perfect. I'm loading. Ooh, I'm at a gas station.
Hey, yo, you know why you're in a gas station, bro?
I can imagine what's about to happen, yes.
All right,
this looks like a little modern day.
So just a little modern. Don't worry about it. We won't be here for long. Literally, we'll use this for like a day. We'll need to use a placeholder placeholder character for you, just because Hero Forge is a freaking ripoff, and I'd rather not make people commit to that too early. So can I use this one as you for now?
Okay.
Awesome. Player permission. All right, you click that character there and then use your arrow key, see if you can move him around.
Yeah, I got access with mouse as well. That's
okay,
cool.
Cool. All right, awesome.
Uh-huh.
So, before we start over here, I'm gonna let me just get into the scene, get into the mood, right? And also
set the stage.
You gotta set the stage. So, earlier today, Mao, you were sitting at your PC when you noticed something rather strange. A little notification that may or may not have popped up on OBS. Said plugins installed successfully, which is always good, right? That's never a bad thing.
Sure.
Except this time, you don't recall ever installing anything of the such. Now, thankfully, you'd planned to go shopping just before your stream, so you had enough time. And before setting things up, a little blurb kind of flew past the screen, just like a bunch of words followed by a accept or deny. What you gonna do? I always like to give people an option to read the terms and conditions.
I don't read a single thing. I scroll straight to the bottom and hit accept.
Cool, that's what I like to hear. Every DM's dream. So at this point, nothing seems to really do much. You're feeling a bit peckish. You're what's it called? The local 7-Eleven. Local 7-Eleven has some like popper glizzies. As popping glizzies, not popper glizzies. Those are two very different things.
Hey
Popping
yo.
glizzies. All right. So you decide to pop over there and grab a little nami. Upon entering, the person behind the counter looks at you and says, "Are you okay, sir? You look a bit worse for wear."
Okay. I respond with, "Yeah, I just had a late night."
All right. Just be safe out there. There's been a load of talks of reckless drivers. Just look left and right and all that. All right.
I mean, hey, classic. I live in Florida. I'm used to it. I'll be careful. Thank you.
He like nods, and you do your shopping, and you're heading out. You gotta. Hey, Temple. All I'm gonna say is like, would you like to do the honors?
Yes, I'd like to do the honors. So I got my glizzy in hand, probably a bottled Baja Blast in the other.
Beautiful.
I'm across the street here.
Roll perception.
Okay.
With one boon. With one bane. So we don't have advantage or disadvantage in this game. Instead, we have boons and banes. A boon is a plus d6. A bane is a negative d6. You can have multiple of each, but they don't stack. You just take the highest or lowest one, respectively.
All right. How do I pull up the dice menu?
Space.
Space bar. I see it. All right. Which one you want?
A d20 and a d6. You're going to subtract the d6 from the d20.
All right. A d20. Do I just clicked on it and I see a 1 key. There's no way.
Oh no, you can drag it. So once you click the 2, then you can
That's what it is.
Drag them out. Like you can fling the dice in this game. Yeah, look at that.
Whoa! Hey, they're off the table.
Oh, ain't no way your first roll is a 20.
Nat
ain't no
20.
way.
Hey.
So, suddenly, as you're about to take a step across the road, you feel like. Do you know when you can almost feel that the car's coming before it rises, especially when it's a big truck?
Yeah, like a sixth sense.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not even that. It's just shaking. The ground's just straight up shaking. And you're able to feel, and you're like, oh, and just kind of take a step back off the side of the road, and you suddenly a huge lorry just goes vroom, straight past you, speeding. It honks its horn loudly as it passes. All right. You gotta get home. You're a few streets down. Like, I'm fully giving him the opportunity to, if he is lucky enough, make it home safely. But like, you're about three roads away from your house that you gotta cross. You're up, dude.
All right, so let's head on home. Let's go over yonder.
All right, cool. So at this point, let's do it again, dude. Let's do it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to cross right here. Yeah.
I want to see just how lucky you can be, because don't worry, there is legit a reward if your luck is able to get this 3 times.
9 minus 2.
I'll give you
6 minus 2.
Okay, well.
I think my luck wore out.
I think your luck wore out. That was a bit too quick. That's kind of unfortunate.
that's a 4.
Now I feel kind of dumb for hyping it up so much. But at this point, you take another step out because to like look left and right, and you don't really see anything.
Yep.
Take 1 step on the road, 2 steps on the road. When suddenly you hear a loud beep. And any final thoughts? Any final thoughts?
I see my life flash before my eyes. All the League of Legends that I played, all for nothing.
Oh no. Man about to get nude.
Yep, actually.
You don't even... In that moment, however, something seems strange. You've always heard of, like, the last few seconds of your life going by slowly. Going by as though, Going by as though you were swimming in molasses, right? But this was strange.
Whoa.
You see your footsteps begin to slow. You feel your head turning towards what is most likely a large Tesla
Classic.
heading in your direction.
Yeah, I'm getting Elon.
You're getting Elon for real. And suddenly, in one moment, very graphically, you find yourself pulled about a few feet, like almost towards the footpath. However, it doesn't take you long to realize that even though you feel like you're on the footpath and you can see yourself on the footpath, you look ahead to see your body still standing in the middle of the road. And you watch in slow motion as this Tesla kind of just smashes into you.
Yeah, from an out-of-body experience.
Baja Blast just like splattering everywhere, dude. The glizzy's safe. It kind of rolls off to the side of the road.
Oh, that's good. Save the glizzy.
And as you're flying through the air, that's when you suddenly get a sharp pain on the left side of your body. It's almost as if you're like feeling the pain of this thing hitting you in slow motion. Roll will.
Okay, D20.
Yep.
All right. 17.
You grit your teeth and hold on to stay conscious for as long as you can. You're feeling the pain kind of sort of just washing over you like a wave. And suddenly your vision starts to get brighter and brighter. And don't worry, you're still very much conscious. Although at times you probably wish you weren't, but you're strong enough to hold on. But, you know, he's battle hardened from years of leak.
It's the mental fortitude.
For real. But at this point is when you find yourself in almost an instant. And this is important because you were actually able to stay conscious in this moment. You find yourself suddenly on what looks like a grassy, kind of small plot of land in the middle of a vast ocean. Trees kind of sprouting up, like you kind of watch them grow and sprout up around you. Large stone pillars kind of shoot up from the sides, and you hear birds. Everything seems oddly calm.
Tranquil.
Now at the start, you feel like you're alone and peaceful despite what's just happened. Until you hear a voice, followed by a sharp tug on your shirt. Hello? You hear the voice of a young girl. Hello? Tug, tug. She said.
I look down. Yeah, hello? Do you know where I am?
Yeah. You turn around, you see this small, she's tiny, she's like 5'3", and she's like, what do you call it? Got like little pink twin tails.
Yeah.
Staring up at you. She's wearing like a flowery kind of white and pink kind of kimono looking outfit. And she looks like, yeah, I know where you are.
Can you tell me?
Well, maybe.
Okay, that's it. Where's defecation at?
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay.
She looks over. Wait, one second. She looks down. Roll perception.
Ooh. Okay. Bah. 20!
Ain't no way this guy is getting.
I'm so
This
perspective.
is
or
wild.
perceptive.
You kind of like sort of slowly kind of lean over, and you see that she's very clearly just reading stuff off her hand. Like
Oh,
you
interesting.
can like see like scribbles and stuff, and you can kind of make out the words, and you see some things are like crossed out, as well as the words. Do not tell him that he's dead.
Okay.
Is what you see on her hand.
Okay, I can see. I'm gonna play along.
And she says, welcome, champion. This is not heaven. You've just been summoned to this world, by me, Fluencia. Nice to meet ya. She's about to shake her hand with the notes, and she quickly swaps to the other hand.
Oh, of course. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm going to completely play along with this. I shake her hand and I ask, "Is there anything else you can tell me?"
Yep.
Tell me.
Oh, yeah.
She's so derpy.
I love her. She looks back on her hand and says, I'm Fluencia, the goddess of fame and influence, and I've brought you here because you were a streamer, right? And and so you're able to help us to save the world from the. Oh wait, one sec. She kind of clears her throat, and then she lifts up her hands. And then she's not even hiding the fact. You at this point you just see the notes on her hand, and she goes, "The great calamity is what you got to stop." And she forms like a little rainbow between her hands.
Okay.
And she says, how do you stop the great? She quickly checks out. Oh yes. So yeah, you're in a mirror realm. You know what mirror realms are, right?
I'm familiar with the concept. But I'm just making sure you know. Can you? Fill me in.
Oh, I like you. Yeah, okay. So you come from the prime realm, she says, and she's kind of like making hand gestures, and she's like, the prime realm is like the one in the middle, and then all around it are what it called mirror realms, and mirror realms can influence your world. For example, if all of the emotions of people in like a mirror realm are aligned, whether by means of everybody's happy, someone just saved the world, or maybe like someone like clicked their fingers and 50% of people disappeared and the majority of people just happened to be good, or it's just aligned, or the hive mind works too. Then a reflection event occurs, and that reflects onto your world and brings about prosperity and world peace and the new episode, and a new season to Black Butler. But if the opposite occurs, when everybody's in disarray and there's chaos, and then the shattering occurs, and when the shattering occurs, then the universe, that mirror realm, goes poof. And the shards fall onto your world in the form of like war and famine and pestilence and like syphilis. And she's like, yeah. So she looks at her hand again. Yeah, that's about
Okay. I stand over her. Fluencia, I have a really important question then.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a way
to
get back?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I need to know. I don't care how. I don't care about the details. I just want to know that one simple question. I am on board to prevent the calamity.
Heck yeah! Which is great because I've already...
You did not sign me up.
Well, yes, but also goddesses here can provide like 2 wishes, like 2 miracles per person. unless they like do a heroic deed or something. And I've kind of already used your 2 wishes.
Ah. So.
Well, 2 miracles. They're more like miracles. You're not already wishes. You don't really wish for them. It's just magic.
Okay, I have 2 more questions for you then, Fluencia. Oh, 3.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to refrain from the third one, probably.
Okay.
The first question I have, what did you spend the wishes on? The miracles, you call them?
So the first one was to bring you here. And the second one
great.
was for dramatic effect when I said the great calamity.
Okay. 2, what is in this for me? Because it kind of seems like you need me. I don't really need you too much.
Oh,
what do I get out of this?
What's in it for you? She says, I don't know, how do I say this? She kind of squints and brings her hand closer. Money and then the rest of that sentence is censored.
Okay.
But also you get to do a good thing and save people and help a goddess in need because she really needs help.
All right. Forget the altruistic side of things. I'm in it for the money and the censored.
She goes, heck yeah, I'd go for that too. Now, do you have any more? Do you have any more questions before I send you on your merry way, and stuff? Just fidgeting with her fingers at this point. Her ADHD is getting the better of her, and by that I mean I'm literally fidgeting right now.
I love that. Nope. I am ready. Guide me, Fluencia. I put my trust in your hands, your note-written hands. I say as like a side comment that I noticed.
She said, "Thank you." It's wait a minute. There's no notes on my hand. She hides her hand behind her back. but having said that, no one's ever put their trust in me before. I accept your trust.
It sounds mutually beneficial.
Okay, so yeah. You ready? You gonna be reborn. If you ever need me, just call me. Here's my number. She kind of like, what's it called? Has like this little, it's kind of weird. It's like a little silver kind of plate, and it's just got like numbers crudely scratched into it.
Okay.
0800 1066.
Oh, wait, can I write that? Can I take a mental note of that?
Sure.
Okay, hold up. Wait, that was a lot of numbers real fast, and I know how this goes. Hit me with that again.
0800 00
1066. Then 00 1066.
Yep.
Got it.
Cool. All right. And she says, "All right. Bye, Tampo."
She knows my name.
Yeah. She says, "Damn right I do." Now, so she goes, "Okay. So one last bit of advice. Don't bother holding your breath. Only prolongs the inevitable."
I just give her an
And suddenly, you see the water around you beginning to bubble and shake when suddenly your thrust, the water just shoots way above your head. Yeah, I'm gonna make you roll, Will.
Can do, Captain. Oh, what are we saying? 15.
15. All right. So at this point, you're able to stay composed. You don't get shocked too much. You're able to like hold your breath in a little bit. Just in time to see like Fluencia just kind of waving before slowly like fizzling out of existence. Yeah. I mean, there's not much you can do here, but I'm gonna leave it up to you for flavor.
Okay. I'm kind of so on board with this. I'm going to give her like a smirk, a wave back, and I'm not going to try holding my breath because I put my trust in her.
Awesome. The moment you just like open your mouth and you feel the water, almost said liquid though, the water just like fill your lungs. And that is when suddenly your eyes. Oh, shoot. 1 second.
Don't worry, I'm headbanging to this bop.
It's nice, isn't it? So unfortunately, thingy just got corrupted. It's always fun.
That's fine. I'll take +1 corruption.
Let's see if this works. Okay, cool. That is when you open your eyes. And you find yourself laying on. Do you see? Here, I can bring you over with a cutscene thing. Cutscene mode. Grab shot here. There we go. See this?
Yeah.
This area?
Yes.
Cool. So you find yourself lying on the grass. It's been a long day, and that memory from many years ago is still kind of fresh in your mind. You know, sometime in between there, you realize that Fluencia gave you a mobile phone number and sent you to a world where phones don't exist. So it's been a little bit hard to contact her. However, with your own, through your own kind of knowledge and such, you were able to survive. You realize you were born into a very noble family in the underworld. Not just any, though. You find yourself being born as the first prince of hell.
Ooh,
is what they call this area. Hell in this world is it's a bit of a toss-up, right?
Okay.
There exists a world underneath the world above. This is a world where, well, for one, many souls do get trapped here. That's mostly due to rituals and other happenings that tend to almost anchor people to this realm. Clockworks are very common. Clockworks are beings whose souls are bound to an inanimate object. And see, at this point in time, you're actually lying in the grass, you know, kind of slacking off a bit.
Okay, so I'm chilling. I'm like lounging around.
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And suddenly you hear a voice behind you. Tempo.
Does it sound like Fluencia to me?
No.
Okay.
You recognize it as the voice of one of the princesses of Hell. Her name is Ravina. She'd be the kind of one of the closest of the siblings to you. And she says, "You know that father's unwell, right?"
Yeah. What does that have to do with me right now? Can't you see I'm busy?
Well, what I can see is that you're not very busy. But you're going to find a way to tell me that you are. Either way, I just wanted to tell you that, well, for one, we should probably be by his side when he passes. And two, I pray you're ready to take over as king.
I let out a sigh. I do this. And I drink from some bottle or some container that we would have. Yeah, I'll be there. In spirit.
Not even in his final moments?
You know, I don't think that's required. I'm running away, right? Is this the tantrum?
You can do it whenever you want, dude. I'm just you can literally do it whenever you want.
Okay, yeah, because this would really not set well with my character since I'm not actually like born. I would have like imposter syndrome of being, Yeah.
It's kind
So
of like
I'm going to do everything I can to not show up.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. She goes,
Mm-hmm.
all right, well, let me tell you this, okay? And don't worry, I'm not giving you a lecture. She kind of sits next to you and then like casually also like lays down.
Yep.
And she says, whether you like it or not, you are the first prince of this realm.
Mm.
The people shall always
That
see
is
you as
circumstance,
such.
yep. Mm-hmm.
I'll hold down the fort till you're ready.
Okay.
You go do
I brewed like an anime character and put my head to the side to not look at her.
She kind of ruffles your hair a bit and is like, you know, sometimes I feel like the oldest sibling, but hey. She says, people tend to mellow out with age, so for now, you go to whatever it is you want to do. I'll tell father that you're tied up. Make sure that he doesn't resent you with death and all that. But just know this isn't like a coup or anything. It's not like I isn't exactly leaping at the thought of trying to convince people that someone of my stature can rule a country. At any point, should you come back, I will relinquish all power to you. Sound good?
Yeah, I'm content with that. Maybe when I'm more ready in the future.
She nods and she dusts herself off.
Mm-hmm.
And Ravina looks at you and says, "All right, give me a swing of that. I'm gonna need it."
All right, I hand her the suspicious blue liquid.
She does.
Unnatural blue.
Oh my gosh. She looks and she says, "I don't know how you concocted such a strange elixir, but my god, it tastes good." She takes a big swig of it and then like hands it back to you, and she starts heading back to the castle. All right. Cool. And as she does, you hear another figure marching towards you. You know at this point. Roll perception. Roll perception.
All right. Sending. 2.
All right. So you're not quite sure who it is until you until they're like right next to you, and you feel a sharp like kick at your side.
Yeah, this one's gonna be more stern. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, what can I say? It's an anime trope. All you hear is the deeper voice of the second prince saying, "Useless. Lying here, even as father wastes away. I know what he sees in you."
Okay. I look up. I'm used to it.
He says, there's you know, the moment I get the chance, I'm taking control of this entire thing by myself. I'd rather not let my entire country rest in the hands of someone he starts kind of trying to think of a word. You.
You know what? Fair enough. You and Ravina would be in a better spot if you were. Listen, it's not up to me. If I was the one making the rules, one of you two would be on the throne. Because I do not care. And you are right about that part.
He sighs and he's gonna attempt to grab your hand, your arm.
Okay.
Do you want to contest it?
Yes.
Roll strength.
Yeah, with my -1. Let's do it.
Hey, you never know. No. He yanks you up onto your feet. And he's like, come on. We're going to talk to Father right now. And before he passes, we're going to make him rethink everything. He's going to make me the king. All right? You don't even care, right? Come on.
Technically, I don't. Yeah. I have no obligation to fight you.
He nods, and he just starts to drag you through the...
Okay, this guy's strong. All right.
He's kind of like pulling you, kind of, if you get what I mean. So at this point, are you gonna in any way like resist, or are you just gonna let him?
Yeah, we could probably do. Yeah, let's do a catalyst. I'm going to resist. Does he pull me into the castle?
No, he's pulling you towards.
Like, how far
the
did he get?
It's just a few steps.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna contest it.
Roll strength. Yo, this guy's rolls
16.
are kind of insane.
He's a gamer.
Dang. Okay. So no, I meant your rolls. But he's like,
I'm a gamer.
Suddenly, you like pull your hand back, and he kind of looks at you and just kind of snarls a bit. You kind of see his face; it's kind of like battle scarred. This brother in particular was what do you call it? He at a very young age was, because you were kind of being trained to be as a noble, he was kind of sent off to the military in order to lead them from over there. So he's a lot more like battle hardened, if you will.
Well, he managed to get me up on my feet.
But you were able to, much to his surprise, rip your hand out of his grasp. And he goes, "Oh, what's that big brother gonna show some resistance now?"
I have nothing but confidence in my abilities. The only reason I don't put you in your place is because I don't feel like it.
He squares up to you, and he's like, big
all
talk
right.
for such a little man."
All right. I 100% believe I would cast Hateful Defecation on him with no remorse, no regret.
I won't stop you.
I would 100% do it here.
I would not stop you here. What is Hateful
I'm
Defecation?
casting it. All right. I'm pulling it up right now. Hateful Defecation. Target one living creature with a physical body within medium range. The target's guts twist and rumble noisily. If the target's health is 10 or less, he dies. If he's not 10 or less, then I make an intellect attack roll against the target's strength.
Okay. Give us an intellect roll.
All right. Is that another 20?
Yep. Also, I'm going to pick you up. There you go.
16.
Plus.
Wait, where am I at?
You're this. Oh, wait. Sorry. 1 second. Oh, wait. This entire time, I think I forgot to give you perms, so. Probably didn't see your character and their character. Yeah. Whoops. You didn't even see Ravina.
Nope.
Here, look. She's there. Now she's gone.
Oh, there she go. She's adept at teleporting magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, that passes. How much damage does he take?
That would be... On success, the target takes 1d6 plus 2 and becomes dazed.
Right.
And its guts violently and spectacularly expel their contents.
I see. All right, roll your d6.
D6 2.
Oh my gosh. You see the second prince, whose name is people tend to just call him Rover.
Okay.
He's like, you kind of lift up your hand and like stretch it towards him and like kind of close one eye, and he's like, "What are you doing? Some of your fancy puppetry." Also, at this point, he doesn't know how adept in magic you are, because you kind of just slack around and stuff. So he really is not aware of what you're about to do. And you kind of like clench your hand into a fist. And he's like, "What are you?" And he's like, he starts to, he falls to his knees, clutching his chest. And I kid you not, this man begins to defecate from multiple orifices, of which defecation should not be possible, as well as just expelling everything that was in his stomach from this morning onto the floor. He reels in the floor in pain, but he can't really scream because there's too much coming out. and he's just
He's
on the ground
defecating
dazed.
too much.
Very much.
Let's go.
And he is not in good shape.
Okay, good.
And he goes, What did you do to me?
It's very simple, brother. I taught you a lesson. There's only so much I'm willing to take. You want to tug on me? You want to pull me around? That's fine. You stand up directly to me and challenge me? This is what you're going to expect. Let this be a lesson.
He says, I won't let you get away with this. He says, he's just on the floor now. he's dazed for the turn. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Okay. I'm going to go back up and lay back against the rock. Exactly where he left me.
And just him, like, next to you, just freaking...
Yep. And he gets to see that.
That is insane. That is brutal. I'm gonna actually roll a roll for him.
Okay.
That's, like, demoralizing as heck. That's a bane, by the way. 14, so that goes down to 12, and then his will is... okay, yeah, he fails that.
Okay.
So he's sitting there, like, in pain, like, looking at you, and, like, you can just see the hatred in his eyes. After a couple of... About what feels like about an hour, he's, some armed men that you recognize as, like, knights from the castle walk up, and they kind of... they paid no heed to you guys. They kind of chalk it down to sibling rivalry. It's like not an arrest, but he kind of arrives and says, "Sires, you are all being summoned. It seems as though His Majesty does not have much time left. He is in critical. He's in critical state. The doctors say he may expire within the hour, And as he says that, what's his name? Rover kind of pulls himself up weakly and goes, I'm on my way. Don't bother with that guy. He'll get what's coming to him. And they both kind of walk off.
Okay.
All right. And so at this point, you're kind of free to do whatever you want. The guards are like, yeah, you're honestly free to do whatever you want here, because I know how you want to do your thing. So I'm going to leave that up to you.
I'm trying to figure out, because like I know I'd want to leave. I'd want to clear the air. I don't want to be here.
You can straight up leave, dude. I have.
Yeah. I think that aligns with my character's personality and what we want to do. Like I would actually just leave.
Awesome. So at this point, you kind of just stand up. And you just walk in the other direction.
Because if I stay here, I'm going to keep getting pestered about it. No doubt the guards come back again and again and again.
Exactly.
At this point, I'd be so tired of hearing about it that I would just leave. I'd either give in or leave, and definitely leave.
All right,
I'm not going.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. You know that they would keep calling you. And at this point, you start kind of walking down the hill and make your way towards the forest. And as you're walking around and as the sun sets, you hear the loud sound of. Let me just throw this up.
Okay.
You hear the loud sound of loud kind of trumpets in the background, signifying the death of the king.
Yeah. Okay. I'm running. Now I'm running. I'm running away from home. If I hear that, I was about to say, if you say the king is dead or your majesty's dead, I'm dipping.
All right, I'm
full sprint now.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. So at this point, you tear down the road, no looking back. You know the responsibility that's about to be dumped on your shoulders. You know, even though Ravina said that she'd do her best, there's only so much she could do. And you don't want to deal with that. This isn't your fight, if that makes sense. And eventually you find yourself all the way in the forest. At this point, a third voice reaches out to you. One that's a lot more hazy, in want of a word.
Okay.
Out of the darkness, we're gonna just pretend that. I mean, I could load up a forest here, but I don't want to lag the game out too much.
That's fine. I zoomed in on some trees for immersion.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Hey, screw it. Let's do it. Here, check this out.
Yeah.
There you go. Dragging you.
Whoa. Zipped away.
So at this point, you're not really aware of how long you've been traveling. You're kind of sitting at a little camp as you hear a voice going in the distance, in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
You're a little far from home, Prince.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that would startle me. I try to look around for the source of that voice.
Hit me with a perception roll.
All right.
You've actually got like +3 perception. It's kind of crazy. Doesn't matter.
Fudge.
You don't see anyone. You just kind of hear the voice, kind of like a disembodied voice in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
It almost seems far away, but at the same time sounds like a whisper.
Okay, I call back to the voice. Let's see what I'd say. I mean, like, who's there? You know, be inquisitive.
Says, that's not important right now. What I want to know is why you're all the way out here when your kingdom mourns so dearly for their beloved king.
Yeah, okay. I would say their beloved king, not mine. Their kingdom, not mine. It doesn't have anything to do with me. I don't care.
He smiles and he says, "Oh, really? So you don't care if something were to happen to it? Not by any fault of mine, of course. I'm just asking a question. Between two travelers."
I would probably feel kind of, like, deep down protective. Like, is that a threat?
Is that what you say? He says, no, of course not. I'm merely an observer. And I'm liking what I see. Tell you what. Let me give you this little tidbit of knowledge. In 5 years' time, you should probably go check on that kingdom. Now, you can go anytime before or after, but for the best effect, dramatic tension building, 5 years.
Okay. Upon hearing this, I put out the fire, put out the camp, and I run away again. I'm just running away from everything.
Dude, that's crazy. That's awesome. So I'm actually giving you full reign here.
Mm-hmm.
How long are you running for, and how do you spend your time? Like, how do you do it? I want to know what you're doing and stuff in this time frame.
Okay. So obviously my character has some responsibility issues. Obviously has the tendency to run away and kind of self-reflect. I think for those 5 years, is that what you're asking me? Like what I would do in those 5 years?
And I will roll with it because I have so much prepared that you could do whatever you want, and I'll have something.
Yeah. I think primary goal would be just survive. Born into no. Wait, how much of my memory do I have from past life? Everything?
Yes, and it's kind of like the easiest way to describe it is it's almost like you merged. So when you awoke to being in this world, you also were the Prince of Hell. You weren't as rebellious, but you still had that rebellious streak in you. But it was almost like two alternate realities kind of merged into one type thing.
Okay. My primary focus would be just survival then. Like, survival, traveling, and doing whatever it takes to just go next day. And kind of, like, live in... Like, always have that anxiety over my head about leaving, you know? And that eventually draws me back after 5 years. Because I would remember, like, every couple weeks, probably have, like, a reoccurring nightmare or something of the last thing that I heard from him, which was, come back in 5 years' time. And I would not be able to shake that. That would always be in my head.
Perfect.
So, yeah, let me think if there's anything, like, specific I would do. I'd probably try to get as far away as possible and then have to go all the way back because my character would not think about future...
Yeah.
You know, yeah, like, what's it called?
So let's say, and what about crime? Would you have, how far were you willing to go for survival?
I'd probably commit petty crimes.
Actually... But no, like, organized, no murder.
I was about to say, I'd probably do, like, bounty hunting.
Okay.
So, like... crime but gray area, you know, where it's like kind of sanctioned. Like if there's guilds,
not enough to
in
weigh
this
on your
world.
Conscience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine.
Moral gray, but I would not go like pure evil and just start killing people or like
Okay. We could. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Awesome. So we're gonna say that at this point you're you find yourself. Let me pull up this. Also, it's not picking up. What do you call it? You're not picking up the music in the background, are you? The mic.
No.
Okay, awesome. So at this point, you find yourself many years later, just about 5 years later, sitting in the back of a small merchant caravan. Can you see it, by the way?
Yes, I see the caravan.
Awesome.
Ooh, pretty.
Wrong sound. Okay. Inside the caravan, you find yourself surrounded by a couple of merchants kind of sitting, kind of doing stock on their wares, as well as outside you know that there's one other guy. They kind of take turns with the horses to draw the caravan forward. And one of them goes, "Might I just say that it is an absolute honor to be able to escort the..." But actually, have you told them? I'm gonna say, have you told them who you are?
Would they be able to... Because that's what I was about to ask. Would they be able to immediately recognize me?
I did some rolls. They definitely don't.
Okay, I would... I don't think I would tell them.
Okay, awesome. So in that case, they're going... Do you have any plans when you reach the capital?
So, am I using the caravan to go back?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'd probably say under my breath, like, because let's say I'm checked out and I'm super anxious about this trip back.
Yeah.
So I'd probably let something slip. So here's that. You can work with that. I'll say just checking in on home.
They kind of, their eyes widen. It's like, oh. They kind of look at they analyze your garb, and they see you're not in the best like state, like apparently. They say, you don't really strike me as someone from the capital. You must be must have found yourself a long way from home.
Yeah, I've been doing some traveling the past few years. To be honest, I don't even remember how long it's been. Probably around 5, but I lost count. Oh, I'd be so mentally just worn out. Ooh.
You're like, oh, dude, you're for real. You're like the prodigal son.
Yeah, actually, that's a good example. Good comparison.
And they're like, well, Don't worry, kid. We are merchants, and as long as and you've already paid us, so we'll get you where you need to go. Just be safe. I hear it's gotten a bit.
It's gotten a bit what? That would perk me up.
Yeah.
What?
Roll intelligence with a bane.
Okay, so bane of what? A d6?
Yeah, the d6 is always
Okay. D20 and d6 coming in.
Oh, so that's a
Fudge. Yeah, so 6 total.
So this is your first time hearing this.
Oh, okay. I would desperately grab one of them by their shirt.
Oh, he goes, hang on. No need to get so angsty. There's nothing wrong with the capital. Just apparently there was some an uprising of sorts. The queen was basically forced out of the kingdom. Yeah, it was sudden.
She was exiled?
Somewhat, yes. The royal family itself is just kind of falling apart. Conflicts, internal squabbles. They say it was a ploy from the
Okay, so yeah, I would be very self-reflective, like maybe now filled with instant regret, like because I would say my sister is my favorite one there, and she got exiled, right?
Yes.
I'd start blaming myself, like under my breath, like if I was there, it'd be different. I should have just sucked it up. I should have stayed. You know, cycling thoughts like that too. Okay.
And at this point, you hear some whispers amongst them. As one of them says, it's a shame that they got involved with that group. The Raven family.
What?
I'm gonna say that you being in the know with bounties and such, you would know this. That's why specifically I asked you about crime. They are one of. So you've got they're called the. People kind of call them the avian families. They're like a group of different families whose symbols are different birds.
Okay.
The Ravens were known as, and they're an organized crime group, basically.
Sure, this world's version of mafias.
Exactly. And so the Raven family was always known for being very secretive, very down low in their dealings. They sort of emerged very soon after Ravina was exiled, and very quickly were able to almost act as like a peacekeeping force around the kingdom itself.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like in my time away, I would know of these kind of families, maybe even doing some jobs while doing like the bounty hunting stuff.
Exactly.
But I would not know the inner workings of the families. It'd be always like on the surface or like the outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. And you being so far away from the capital, it's like it's not common knowledge that, you know, just in the outer lands that like they're involved with these people. And these people are merchants, so they're very in the know. And so they kind of at this point wait a minute.
Okay.
How cliche would this be? Roll it. Give me an intelligence roll.
Yeet.
Perfect.
I'm not very smart.
Perfect. So as you guys are driving towards the capital, you notice smoke up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Then one of the merchants says, "Oh, looks like the tavern we were going to stop at is not doing too well, guys. What you want to do?" And they look at you they look specifically at you because they're like, "We can kind of deal with whatever. You paid us, so we're basically escorting you."
In my panic, like seeing that something is on fire, I'd probably get out of the caravan and just start sprinting. Because like with bad news being fresh in my mind, and then also seeing something is burning. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm so happy. This seems really forced, but I hope you understand how many rolls I'll be doing on this side. And I'm just really happy right now. I'm so happy right now. All right, 1 second. Let me get this up for you.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Do you see this?
It's loading in. See. Oh, yeah, I see a tavern on fire.
All right, sorry, I'm smiling too much. This is fun. You notice immediately. So this tavern is kind of on the edge of do you know, like cities have like an area of influence? This would be like right at the edge of that. You kind of notice, you walk up. Let me find your character. This one. Give you perms for that. There. So at this point, you rush towards. It seems to be like a much newer building. Upon leaving the road, you kind of see bellowing smoke, and the smell of iron kind of fills the air. You know something big has happened here. Roll perception.
All right.
+3, that's a success. Something immediately catches your eye about this tavern. You see like a big banner stuck outside next to what looks like the corpse, and the banner itself depicts the symbol of a raven, but it's drawn in what looks like blood. And what you notice next to it, and I shit you not, it was a actually, yes, sorry. What do you do now? I shouldn't be forcing you to do things.
So I noticed the body. Can I rush to inspect this knight?
You sure can.
Okay, that's what I would do. Because I would see the banner. I wouldn't go into a burning building.
Okay.
But I would immediately check the surroundings and notice this body.
As soon as you do. Oh, also, chat, I'm just going to put this out there. This is the intro mission, so there's a lot more back and forth. There's a lot more RP, and there's a lot more... I guess it's not exactly railroady, but it's going to be different to the actual campaign, right? Because we're just setting up for the story. That makes sense. But just in case people in chat are like, oh my gosh, this is seems so scripted.
It's because, I guess I should talk about that for my chat as well, is we have a general idea of where we want to push the story, and we're trying to work together on it. That's why there's more back and forth and more RP.
Exactly.
Trying to feel each other out, and then also feel out the story to make it cohesive and still make sense for the background that we set aside together.
Exactly. But once the campaign starts, then it's going to be a lot more standard, like, you guys are here, what you guys want to do. So at this point, someone roll agility.
Oh, okay. Someone's reacting here.
5. So suddenly, we're gonna roll a d4. That's ignore the d6 roll. Oh, that's 1. You get a nasty scratch on the side of your arm as you kind of like approach the body, and you see a man who's like, he's kind of crawled on the ground. He was on the side by the door, and he just gives you a nasty scratch on the arm and says, "Get away from her." He says. And this man is very clearly on his last legs. Oh. Temple dead. I think Temple gone, chat. Wait 1 second. I think his internet went. Oh, 7 in the chat. Rip Tempo, dude.
Yo,
welcome back.
yeah, my Discord bugged out.
Nah, you're good, dude. So, what was the last thing you heard?
The D4 roll.
Oh,
he
yeah,
said,
okay.
oh, that's a 1. And that's it.
So, at this point, a dagger comes out of from the side of the tavern. And suddenly you hear someone, it leaves a nasty scratch on your arm as someone shouts, Don't touch her.
Oh, okay. Can I back up out of fear?
Yeah.
And try to get a grasp of the situation? Be like, who are you? What's going on?
Sure. So this guy's gonna kind of crawl out, and he's
Sure.
literally dragging himself with his shoulders, and he positions himself between you two.
Okay.
And he was just like, it doesn't matter now. Not after they did this to us. All we wanted was to give people a place to belong, you know?
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. Who are you, and did you set this building on fire?
He shakes his hand and he says, no, this was the... I guess you could call them the Ravens now. They did this, they killed us, they killed her. For what? Power? He kind of, Oh, rip, his Discord's gone again.
Okay, he kind of what? Sorry, my
you're
Discord
good.
broke again.
You're good. He looks and he says, my name is Shalom. And this here is Lady Ravina.
No!
I shit you not, dude. I shit you not. I was rolling, and I was like, ain't no way this guy's luck is either this good or this bad simultaneously.
It is. That's me. You'll very, very quickly come to realize that that's how it works.
That's crazy, dude.
I'm used to it. Yeah, everyone knows it. It's a mechanic called tempo luck. It actually exists.
That's crazy.
And
he was like, he looks and he says, they killed her. They killed everyone.
Okay. I get a rush of emotions. Do I recognize it as Ravina and can confirm that?
You can.
Now that he said it?
She's wearing a helmet.
Okay. Okay, listen. I'm going to push him out of the way.
Roll strength.
Against my better judgment. Yep. I want to clarify. Okay, what happens?
You try to push him away, and he kind of tries to stand firm, and he's like, no! What are you doing? What are you doing? He's clearly in pain, though.
Okay.
But he's resisting you hard.
Alright. Do we have, a struggle, and can I fall to the ground and,
Yes.
attempt to remove her helmet? Okay.
Roll agility for that.
Yeah, so it's gonna get messy. This is gonna get messy. Bro!
Ain't no way. So you guys are now tussling on the ground, and he suddenly socks you with a punch to the side of the face, and you take a D4 damage. You take another 1 damage. What is this, Lucky? Really? All right, you're failing everything, but you're getting low damage. And he goes,
Tempo, look. Tempo, look. Uh-huh.
filthy bandits, he says.
Okay, I would be like yelling, like, I'm not a bandit, I want to see her, that's my sister.
Roll will. This be like your persuasion check. In a way, dude. In a way. In a way.
I can't get through to him. I can't get through to him.
I'll give you a boon. It's a D6.
Okay. I'm rolling that. Let's see. Yeah, throw that on top.
So that's 5 plus 4 plus your 2. That's 11. That's a success. Yeah. Cool. Plus 3 even. He looks and he says, she never mentioned.
Oh, that's depressing.
He sighs and he looks. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
he obviously sees the shock in his face. Like, he kind of puts his hand out to stop you, and he himself kind of like moves the slider of the mask up. And you're able to confirm that it is your sister. She's got a large scar on her face though. It's the only difference to how you remember her.
Oh. All right. Desperate, like CPR, you know, the generic rush of emotions, crying, yelling next to a burning building. As cliche as it can possibly get,
This
that's
is the
what I try
most
to do.
cliche shit ever.
Yep.
But I'm like,
As
I
cliche
feel guilty.
as possible.
I feel guilty of how cliche this is because it goes against all my better judgment. But I'm like, that I can't. That's why I like D&D, dude. It's because like the dice dictate everything. You know what I mean? So so at this point, it's he kind of just watches you because he at this point he is able to identify that like, oh shit, you know, this is
Yeah.
this might actually
I'm not trying
be,
to cause harm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He nods and he says, if you were her brother, why, after she was exiled, why didn't you ever come help her out?
All right. Upon hearing that, I'm filled with regret. I start bawling.
Calm down.
Yep. I should have come back. You know, I should have stayed. And then, after wallowing and going through this big rush of emotions that feels like forever, but it's only like 20 seconds. It feels like 10 minutes of just all these strong emotions.
Let me compound that a bit. Because as you're crying, he's going to say,
yeah.
She came close to starving many times. She fought, clawed. She came from a lap of luxury and had to literally rummage through scraps and rubbish just to feed herself. Where were you?
Yep. Yep. Filled with infinite regret. And I put a lot of blame on myself. But very quickly, I would turn that regret and sadness into anger towards the Ravens. Very misguided emotion, and now I just want to fuck over the Ravens.
Awesome. I'm gonna
Sasuke Uchiha style.
Oh, dude, this is crazy. Okay, so he notices notices that, and he says, "Avenge her." He says, "The orcs. That's what they call themselves. That's the faction. They're the Ravens, and they turn themselves into orcs. Beings who have imbued themselves with a dark energy. It's not something you can do alone, but now they march to the capital. Under... I don't even Mount one of their heads on a stake for me. For her.
One, I will mount all of them and use them as lawn ornaments.
He nods and he says, he looks at you and he says, and he kind of he kind of props himself up against the side of the wall. It's like, I apologize for how I treated you earlier. Not gonna lie, I'm just projecting the fact that I couldn't protect her myself.
Well, then me and you are one and the same.
Except only one of us is gonna be walking out of here alive by the end of the night.
What?
I'm not trying to kill you. Look at me. Come on, it's like I'm literally pouring blood here. He says with a chuckle.
What are you saying? What is it that you want?
What I'm saying is that I want you to carry it's not, I don't even need to ask you to carry it on. It's your own form of vengeance, but I want you to remember me while you drive a sword through one of their chests. That's all. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it out of here alive.
Damn, this is deep. Okay. Do I have options here?
If you want. Whatever you want to.
Can I take her sword that's on the ground and stab him with it? Putting him out of his misery, and then keeping that sword and promising him that that's the sword that will be driven through each one of them as the last hit. Like a pact, almost.
Awesome. As much as I would love to roll for him and have the chance of him misunderstanding that moment, I won't because I'm nice. But like as you hold the sword towards him, he like reaches out his hands and grasps it and nods.
Okay.
And as you drive that sword into his chest, you see him touch the sword with his hand, and the blade glows red for a brief moment as what looks like a series of patterns resembling the vines, like have you ever seen like roses kind of growing like up a up the side of a do you know those kind of mesh frames? It's kind of like that, but like in crimson. Starts to like, I didn't say Siri, what the hell, that was Siri. It starts to sort of creep up the sword and imprint itself in the sword.
All right. Can I say one last thing? Like the last things that he hears?
Yeah, go for it.
It's just for Ravina. And I'm going to say that every time that I get a revenge kill on those who did this.
Oh, that's huge. That's kind of, that's going to be wild. Wait, that's crazy.
I'm going to very much try. Okay.
But that's going to be crazy. Okay. And as he's like drawing his final breath as well, he says, just like she did. Don't do anything. She was always meticulous and careful. She wouldn't want you rushing in alone. Find people you can trust. Stop whatever is happening in the capital. And his final words repeat yours as he says,
yes,
for Ravina.
Let's go.
And shall we cease? Shall we call it cease there for this?
Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, that's so emotional.
Dude, there's something crazy about to happen.
Rad. Yeah, dude, okay.
There's something crazy about happening. You don't even know, dude. You don't even know what you've just done. By making that promise, you've set up such a story beat.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
It's gonna be like a self-fulfilling like character trait. Kind of like if you've watched Hunter x Hunter, it's like Kurapika, always going after the spiders. Yeah, it's gonna be a similar thing. It's like I'm just gonna have that revenge story, and I really hope that one of my party members is not one of those. Because if they are, against my better judgment, I will be driving this enchanted sword straight through their chest. Because I have to now. This is out of character.
Oh, yeah,
I have to now. Because I put this onto myself, you know?
Dude, that's actually insane. I'm actually really happy that this happened. Like, it seems really cliche to have you stumble upon a random ass tavern that your dead sister's at. But like, I was looking at the map, right? Because I kind of just put you in a random location to run. But I was like, he's literally crossing over exactly where this tavern is. So that's kind of crazy, dude. That is kind of crazy. But yeah, what did you think? Now this was definitely a little more, how do I describe it? It was a little weird in terms of how I usually do it, because me and you work on it so much together, right? So that's why at times it felt a little bit more railroady, just solely because I was trying to shoehorn everything in to fit as much as I could. So, but hopefully it was still fun.
It was a lot of fun. I really liked the direction we went with it. From what we talked about in DMs and described it to each other, I think we definitely visualized it really well for both of our audiences, and I think it's very realistic and also a fun character. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with the amount of BS that I'm gonna pull, the regret that my character has, and now a revenge arc that's always going to be in the back of my character's mind and will influence a lot of my decision making.
We've just we were able to really layer so much on your character. There's so much depth to him now. I'm also glad you got a little bit of battling it. I would have liked to get a an actual battle sequence, show you how initiative works and stuff, but I think it's kind of we should probably prioritize story and stuff, because I feel like it would have just felt so disjointed to have you be in a fight after this.
No, I agree. Yeah, it'd be disingenuous.
Exactly.
Even that would be forced in a bad way. I think what we did was forced in a good way. Really good narrative. Yeah,
and having said that, we still I still did try to keep it as open as possible. You could have gone to see the king. You could have hidden. There was there was some options if you decided to hide with some villagers. There was
true. Or stay in the carriage.
Or stay in the carriage. There was also options. How far you ran was also very important, because I had inner forest and outer forest encounters planned.
Oh, interesting.
So that one specifically was an outer forest encounter.
Okay.
So yeah. It was fun, dude. I love this, and you're great at RP. You're great at RP. You're great at monologuing. Monologuing is something that helps me so much as an anime DM, because you need that anime monologue.
Oh, absolutely. And it all makes sense. It's very cohesive. And no, I really do feel like I genuinely had the power of choice, and I got to make the decisions that I want to based on how I feel my character would,
Exactly.
So I appreciate that.
I'm glad, because I always get worried with these. I get worried that people oh, he's just telling his story, but I'm literally I'm not, you know what I mean? And I'm not married to the ideas of anything ever. I'm if this seemed literally who was it? It was Zane yesterday, right? 5 minutes before the campaign, me and him were just shooting ideas back and forth, and I was like, Zane, this might lead to some places feeling unpolished, but do you mind if I completely scrap everything I had planned for today's campaign?
Oh, wow.
And I did, and it turned out to be okay, I'm just gonna say it. Remember that scene I described earlier about dying on the side of a wall as his entire army turns around and we won't watch you die because we want to remember you as the king who rallied us in his final moments.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's ice cold,
dude. Awesome, and I'm glad you got to meet Solemn as well. So you got to meet Solemn, Ravina. You've got Tystra Rover, the merchants in the carriage. Oh, but more importantly, dude, you've set up a really good story beat for a reason to get a party together.
Yeah.
That's why in that final moment,
that's true.
In that final moment, that's why I kind of shoehorned in one last word from him, because I was like,
find others that you trust.
Find others you trust, right?
I don't think my character would want to do it together, or I mean, sorry, do it solo.
Mm.
I think I would seek out like stronger people because I have to take on an entire organization. But here's the thing: is my character would not be upfront with it and his intentions when joining parties. So I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be good, dude. I can't wait. But yeah, thank you so much for coming, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. It felt, or at least I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh no, I did a lot. No, I think this was really smooth. It was really fun. It was kind of like playing a game with a friend.
Oh, I'm glad, dude. I'm glad.
Yeah.
And what do you think of the program? Isn't the program freaking insane?
There's so much production value. Like it's so high quality. I do love this a lot.
And like the fact that I can literally just be like, all right, it's daytime. It's huge.
Yeah.
Right? Drop the exposure.
I saw some comments earlier about the water effect when we did that, the plunge into the new world.
You mean like
that was really cool. Yeah, that. Yeah, people like that. That was cool.
Have you noticed the music? The music actually gets muffled.
Yep. That's so insane. I was fully immersed. I was closing my eyes at the time, and I was just like, "Holy shit!" Yeah, I was like, "I'm underwater, bruh."
I'm glad we were able to do the. I'm kind of glad that we did the street scene at the start because I felt like it kind of broke the ice, because it was really casual. We knew it was gonna happen. It was just gonna be a case of like how much is he gonna cheat death here?
Yep. Would I get something out of it? Like if I rolled 3 nat 20s, do I get some kind of like bonus?
Not even nat 20s.
You still have to kill me.
You would have just had to pass, which would have been 11. Anything above 11. There would have been definite bonuses.
That's cool.
Blessings and such would have been slightly different. You would have gotten more than a rainbow, is all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, from Florencia. Okay.
Florencia, dude. Florencia is unironically my most well-rounded character. She's. Do you know every DM has that recurring character in every campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her.
That makes sense. I like her a lot. She's a really good isekai goddess. I don't think that's how she is naturally, but you made her into a good one.
She's something.
Interesting. Okay.
I wanted her to be a mixture of Aqua and Paimon, which already say everything.
yeah. No, that's exactly the vibe I got.
But yeah, dude. So what we'll do is I will hit you up. We've got everything set up. We're gonna Monday hopefully is gonna be the full campaign. Do you mind if I use some of today's footage in like a trailer that I'm gonna put out for the Echo campaign episode 1?
Oh, I do not mind at all. Use any and all of it, whatever you want.
Awesome. And so once I do finish the thing with Day, then we can launch straight into it on Monday, and that's gonna be insane.
All right, sounds good. I hope you have fun with Day and you continue cooking. This is a nice 5-star meal.
Dude, I wish, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not fully satisfied with how I handled it. But the fact that you still enjoyed it gives me a lot of hope. Because I feel like I could have still done better. But, I feel like everyone's kind of like that. But, oh, man. Yeah, I maybe I'm too self-critical. But I part of me kind of hates the fact that, this entire Ravina scene happened because it feels so shoehorned that it hurts my soul, and I would leave a bad review if this was an anime. But I think that with it, I need to remember that this is D&D, right? I'm not making it.
True.
Yeah. But I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad it was good. But part of me just feels like I'm cringing at it, right? I'm kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you have to be self-aware about it because as soon as you said Ravina, I was like, oh no, I was so invested, I was so in it. That oh no that I exclaimed was not my character. That was genuine. Oh shit, I did not see this plot twist coming. So you got me.
And all I'm gonna say here is, the reason. Let's just say that this entire scene was set up before me and you even planned a thing.
Oh.
This entire burning tavern. All I'm gonna say is that it was already here. And I'm not gonna say anything else.
Okay.
All right, man. All right, I will let you. Actually, do you want to plug anything? Do you have anything happening next week that you want to tell the viewers on my side? Feel free.
Aside from the amazing campaign hosted by Noir.
Yeah,
How you
Tier
pronounce
Noir.
it?
Tier Noir.
Noir. I love Noir. Is like actually one of my favorite words.
Really? Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
So
I really like that word.
Real story. My name was. I know. I'll say that. I'll DM you this later. But it wasn't originally meant to be Noir, but we changed it to War because I was like, I'm gonna get canceled for that.
Wait,
I will
why?
tell you. Wait. So let me say. Let me. I'll DM you.
Yeah. The context. Other than that, I'm doing kind of like the same basic stuff. I play Legends of Runeterra. If you're interested in online card games, I do educational content. I've hit rank 1 multiple times on the NA server in that game. I'll be playing some Identity V, which is Hikaru's favorite game. He got me into it, and
IDV is so
we'll be cooking
good,
some. Yeah, it's so good. We'll be cooking some Mirror Quest next week.
Heck yeah, man. But yeah, I said
Yeah,
in your
yeah,
DMs.
yeah.
Do you see why? Do you see why we had to change it to Noir?
Yes, I do see.
Anywho, yeah, no, dude, that's
Yes.
that's gonna be super fun. Oh, by the way, if you ever need, if you never need like a fifth in anything, hit me up because I'm always looking. I love competitive games. I just never have people to play with, and I'm not a big fan of streaming on my channel just because my channel's a little more TTRPG and kind of ASMR orientated. But yeah, all I'm gonna say is, I'm not good at Valo, but I'm not bad at Valo. I'm like Diamond Peak.
Woo! You're better than me. I've
Wait,
just started picking up Valo,
Oh, dude.
so I'm noob.
I'll literally be in the US for 3 months in 4 days.
Ooh,
And I'm looking for a US stack.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll
Heck-
do some gaming. I'll hit you
Heck
up.
yeah, dude. I'm also Iron 0 in League.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one I'm a little bit better at.
Freaking Hikaru pulled me in with him and Day yesterday, and there's me playing top lane against a freaking like master dude, and not only that, I'm a Kale main, right? So Kale kind of
she gets run over.
Yeah. That was fun. Went 7-0 against Anasis. That was fun.
Nice. Wait, you went 7-0 against Susan? Oh, I love that.
I got 7-0'd.
Oh, never mind. 7-0'd by Susan. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, very different.
Oh, that's
very
not
different.
chill. Oh, yeah.
I was like, RCS is fine. So then I throw my combo out on him, and I'm like, why did I do literally no damage?
That sounds about right.
It was, Hikaru. Look at Hikaru in my chat. This man knows that he put me through hell last night. All right, I'll talk to you soon, my dude. Thanks so much for playing.
Absolutely. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for DMing.
Of course, anytime.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye. All right, chat. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Mirror Croissant. What you guys think? What did you guys think of it? Meetup gonna be crazy? No, for real. For real, Hikaru, it's gonna be crazy. I think that's gonna be I think it's actually gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for this campaign. That was super fun. I'm glad you liked it. Like Mirror Quest is definitely my little love child, right? It's like I know it's not for everybody, but I love it so freaking much. I'm going to definitely be editing things down. I want to make a nice little like collage kind of thing. Of like all of the different stories. But it's gonna be what do you call it? I'm just excited. I'm just super excited. But for now, everybody, let's end the stream here. I'm gonna send you guys over to Yuki and Yuna. Tell her I said hi. My name is Thierry Noir. I'm the Silver-Haired Wolf from MEEM. And on tomorrow, we will be playing Mirror Quest with Day. And on Monday will be our first episode of Echo. Not tomorrow. Day after tomorrow will be Day. Tomorrow is the Chroma campaign. So that's going to feature Hikaru, Jono, Luca, and Xander. So stay tuned, and I will see you then. Once again, my name is Thierry Noir. I am the Silver-Haired Wolf from MEEM. And I will see you all in the next stream. Goodbye.